What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be opening up my PC build from NZXT.com. I do recommend you check them out, especially if you're new to PC gaming. If you do like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to ask me anything in the comments in case I don't cover every detail or just even my opinion on something. But yeah, let's get right to it. Don't mind the scribbling. My son got to it. But yeah, let's see what's inside. And they do put some nice padding in here, which is comforting, right? At least. Pretty thick for those of you that care. So I went ahead and chose the H510 Elite, and this is going to be a different color. So let's go ahead and open that up. Let me just finish opening the box. Actually, let me try to get this out safely, so that way if I do want to store this back in the original box and keep it, you know, nice and neat. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get this out without damaging the box. Okay, so I was able to get it out safely. The box is still intact. And it does have a, underneath the box, it does have a extra layer of padding, which is nice. Definitely a plus. Points for me, in my opinion. So here's what it looks like outside of the box. Apologize for the bad lighting. So I went ahead and went with the matte black option. So like this white part right here, it's gonna actually be matte black. Pretty stoked. Hopefully you could pause the video and get a good zoom in and get a good reading on that. I'm not gonna go through the hassle of reading everything. And right off the top, I'm loving how they just have all the cords, and I'm just loving how it looks just right off the top. How organized. So have all the cords that were sitting right here on top. And then comes with a little quick start guide. Okay, box is empty, and this is where we're at so far. Let's see, what is this? So I'm guessing it's like a little tote bag to put extra hardware pieces, pretty much really anything you want to use it for. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those wires that were on top of the box when we originally opened it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put those in there for now. It's pretty cool. Then we got the power cord in here, another user's guide, looks like some zip ties. I don't know if that's an auxiliary. So some extra, like the necessary hardware, not extra, but necessary. And here's the main event. Alright. Super hyped, man. It just looks clean. Let's see. Let's get inside that. That's what the back looks like. So it gives you, like, I think kind of numbers, like step by step where you want to start. Alright, so to get inside of the PC itself, you're going to want to look for this little screw right here, closest to the glass side of your build, at least with the H510 Elite. You're just going to want to take off this one screw right here, as so, and then gently pull towards you, and you have access. It is tempered glass, so I suggest, you know, doing it on carpet or having some kind of padding to work with. Oops. See what I mean? Go ahead and open that in a second. See. Let me get some extra light. So on this build, we got the NZXT KRAKEN M22 fan on it. And then sitting behind all this beauty, we got the GIGABYTE X570 AORUS Elite Wi-Fi motherboard. All that goodness. And then for the graphics card, we got an MSI GeForce GTX 1660 Ti Ventus XS 6G. Let's see if I could get a good angle of underneath it. And that's the graphics card. And just in case it's hard to follow, I'll make sure to put it in the description as well, all the specs that my build came with. And then it's got AMD RYZEN 7 3700X 8-core 3.6 gigahertz CPU, as well as 2 Team T-Force XTREEM ARGB 4000 megahertz. You can see those babies right there. I believe they have RGB lights in them as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the finishing touches. Hey, what's up guys? So it ended up getting kind of late last night. I ended up falling asleep. But I'm just gonna walk you through the process of what it took me to get my build set up. And this is the home page of NZXT. My email address is over here in the corner, so I'm gonna keep that out of the angle. But yeah, so you just this is what the home page looks like. And then you're gonna start off by going to gaming PCs and scroll over to build your own. And then I'm just gonna use, it'll ask you what games you usually like to play. So I'm just gonna use Modern Warfare as an example. We're gonna keep the resolution at 1080p because my monitor, that's what I went with since my monitor only supports 1080. And then you click over here where it says pick your price. My budget was, I'm gonna stick with the, for my build, I stuck with the $1,000 option. It even gives you the example of what your PC will perform at. So let's go with the least expensive, quotations on expensive. So just off of the generic brands, as you can see, you're gonna get an estimate of 84 frames per second just off of the build that they by default set you up with. But I'm gonna go with what I'm gonna walk you along with the options I went ahead and went with. So I like AMD, change that. Then you're gonna hit configure so you can custom the parts that you want. Okay, so now it's even saying 90 frames per second. I went ahead and went with the NZXT H510 Elite, as you can tell. So click that. If you want to check the website out yourself, you could go by and read the little descriptions it gives, but this one does come with RGB. Okay, so now you scroll down a little bit and you'll see we're on the case option. So let's go over to cooling. So I went ahead and kept I went ahead and kept this preset for the cooler system, the KRAKEN M22. I mentioned that at some point in this video already. Now let's move over to the motherboard. Oh yeah, and I think the reason why I stuck with this cooling system is because of the little bit of space that, you know, your case, you have to, you know, it kind of configures how much space you have to work with. So I think that's why I stuck with the first one. But then let's see, let's go over to the motherboard. So with the motherboard, I went with the best option it would give me, and that is the GIGABYTE X570. I think that's AORUS Master Wi-Fi. So I clicked that. Then I came over to the graphics card, and I left it on the preset MSI GTX 1660 Ti Ventus XS 6G, and it does give you more info. For example, not bad, right? You know, as you can see, it's getting expensive. But don't mind that. It's really just what your budget is, and I've been saving up. So all right, let's move over to the CPU. And I am aware that I could have saved a lot more money if I would have built it my own, but I'm still very new in the PC world. So, you know, this is something that, you know, I just felt was the best option for something so in a short-term project, as a short-term project. But yeah, so I did stick with AMD RYZEN 7 3700 8-core 3.6 gigahertz with a 16-thread for the CPU. And as you can see, there's two other options I could have went with. Again, they designed it to where it'll configure what's compatible with what. So these are the three options I had with the parts that I chose so far. I apologize if you hear that noise in the background. I live next to an airport. All right. All right, I live close by the airport. All right, so here's moving on to the power supply. I went with the best option, which is the XPG core reactor 850 watt. Again, you could click on more info and it'll read that to you, but we're just gonna get through this real quick. And then, you know, had to go with the best the best RAM, I'm sorry. So each piece is gonna be 60 bucks. You know, I just went with one. The good thing is it's 2 times 8 gigabytes, so you're gonna get, just like in my build, you can see there's 2 of these RAM cards. And then for the storage, I went ahead and went with the WD Blue 3D NAND. And for this, I bumped it up to 1 terabyte. I believe I only went with one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only went with... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I only went with one. I gotta go back and look at my receipt, but yeah, so ignore that number too, because sometimes, I don't know, if you mess around with it a little bit, sometimes the price will bump up, sometimes the price will go down. This isn't exactly what I paid, actually, to be honest. I paid a little less for that once my build was completely done. I don't know how that happened. I don't know if it's just the timing that I went on their website. Not really sure, but so everything else right here, I really didn't touch. I didn't feel the need to get all the bells and whistles. So with the RGB, I didn't add anything from that section. I didn't get any accessories. I didn't get any of the peripherals. I already had a monitor. I went with the black, which covers that piece, the frame. The software comes already pre-selected, and I went ahead and got the Windows 10, or kept it at the Windows 10 Home Edition. Didn't add any services except standard, obviously. Everything is pretty much preset, so I didn't have to mess with that. And yeah, that's about it. And then once you go to hit checkout, it'll show you all your specs and what they're pricing it for. The good thing is, the delivery was super quick. Like, I ordered it on a Saturday, and I would have had it by Thursday, that very following Thursday. So within like 6 days, I would have had it, but I missed the FedEx driver, so I had to wait till the next day. Wait, you know what? It was Friday, I'm sorry. I had missed the FedEx driver on Friday, and then Saturday, with around like 12 noon, 1 o'clock, showed back up right here at my house. So I was, that's still only 7 days, an exact week, and I had gotten my build delivered. So that was, points on my end for NZXT for working hard and getting your builds to you fast. They are, I think their warehouse is located here in California, so that's a plus. So that, I think that's also why it got here so fast. But I mean, still, that's definitely a plus. What else can I mention? I highly recommend checking them out, especially if you haven't already, if you're not familiar with building PCs and you're not comfortable jumping to that level yet. Definitely check them out. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, comments, even if you want to just leave a dislike or thumbs down, feel free to like, dislike, comment, subscribe. I would definitely like to have a conversation, and even if you don't like some of the specs that I have on my build, I mean, feel free to leave a comment. Let's talk about that. Tell me if there was a better option I could have went with. I'm definitely trying to learn as much as I can, and all that would help. So I hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for watching my video. Peace. one thing's for sure, guys. I am definitely in love. This thing is sexy. Guys, as far as the RGB lights go, there's just so much I can do with them. Right now I have it on color pulse for those T-forces right there. And even the motherboard has some LEDs in it, but it's blocked, so you can't see too much of it. But then check this out. The settings I have it on right now is called red alert. I mean, man, it's just dope. It just gets better as you start to mess with the settings.